2025 US Junior Champion.
This particular line with Bishop E4, C5, and Queen A5 was really popularized by Dutch Grandmaster Genna Sazanko way back in the 80s and 90s. And the move A2, A4 was a surprise for me. Usually what Genna tried to do, was to capture, was to capture this knight. Takes, and castles, and drop the knight in on the E4 square. Queen A5 castles, and now Genna would never let this knight escape. So here I was kind of expecting Andy to play the move knight E2, followed quickly by knight G3, and then ask,
what are these two
pieces doing there? No, that didn't happen.
But the king disappeared.
Andy wanted to sacrifice a pawn with the move A2, A4, and after knight E5, Han said, okay, I'm going to take it. Let me take this pawn. And so what Andy's trying to do, not saying he's going to achieve it, but what he's trying to do is trap Black's queen. How do you want to do it?
Bishop D6.
Exactly.
I attack the rook, and once you move the rook, I can play A5.
Exactly.
And now last move I need to do... Okay, I thought rook A3.
Queen B1.
I thought with this idea, but we are still not guarding
B2.
Okay, so your Queen B1
with the idea of Bishop E4.
Now we are trapping.
Now, Genna would tell you that these endings where you sacrifice the exchange, like please do me a solid favor, are very dangerous for the first player. Because that, even though you've only got a rook and a single pawn, it's two connected pass pawns, and there is the idea of B4, B3.
And the bishop, the light square bishop, just doesn't have that many squares.
True.
But you're asking like you're gonna go back, well, then my pawns are gonna march.
Now, Genna would tell you that these endings where you sacrifice the exchange, like please do me a solid favor, because that, even though you've only got a rook and a single pawn, it's two connected pass pawns, and there is the idea of B4, B3.
was nothing to do about this anyway. This is the position he's aiming for. And Hans could look all he wants as now he begins the process of defending with his bishop. But as soon as the bishop lands on e5, the king will begin its march, and there we have it. And the youngster has worked out the math. This is just over.
About to play a5, king g3 in a cinch.
And then just you can just even imagine the king teleporting itself to that square as you see Hans try to hold the diagonal. Vain hopes of holding this one as the young man is going to be a top 15 player.
Yeah, I mean, before he ran into Bobby yesterday, he had come up to maybe 13th.
13th in the world.
Wow. So that's quite a fall from grace.
Yeah, lose 2 games and you're out of the top 20. That's kind of brutal.
Cruel. Bishop f5, and we're expecting that a5 is just one of those moves that shuts down the queen side. And just as Marie said, the white king is going to make a beeline towards the b6 square. Meanwhile, the bishop is more or less stuck to babysitting the pawn on c7 as well as the pawn on f5. And let's just refresh our outlook of the results. Gotcha.
So the ladies section, let's take a look.
I had this one, and as we see, this one is over as Hans goes down to young Andy Woodward, who's at 50% in the championships after 8 rounds.
Wow.
Remarkable results so far from this young man.
3 wins in the last 4 rounds for Andy Woodward.
And
That's
a strong
incredible.
prize. That's what I've got to say. He's a contender.
I wouldn't want to play him the next few rounds. The longer it goes, the stronger he gets.
By the way, there was a little bit of a finish here in this game.